We are going to be watching the little dial go across the screen here because as we have gathered together, it's been a very interesting, loud things that have happened in the last few days. One of which was apparently a time event where the numbers have changed from 20 to 21. I'm not sure, but we are not 21 here, and some of us are a lot younger than that, and some of us are a lot older. We're in the room. I see that YouTube is doing what YouTube does. I think we're going to have an elephant in the room session together.
No,
Dr. McFoxy.
no, the elephant is not in the room. Just wanted to say.
Yes, you're absolutely right,
What?
Dr. Codswallop. The elephant is not in the room today, and I'm hopeful that we'll find out why.
So,
But we'll get to that. We'll get to that later. First of all, welcome. I am so thrilled to see all of you here and to have all of you participate again today. I don't know what it's been like for all of you in your locations, but for me in my location, it's been very scary with a lot of loud noises that have created a lot of concern for a lot of my family and friends, and I hope that all of you are okay and healthy and good. Today, what we're going to do is we're going to be talking a little bit about looking forward. We've started a new year, as I understand from the humans, and they like to make resolutions and they like to look forward. And I think that maybe that might be a valuable experience for us as well. Perhaps we can find out a little bit more about what humans, do and what makes them tick. Um, uh, Donnie, you look quite perplexed.
well, yeah, a bit, not much, because what you're saying here, it does kind of make sense. It does, a bit, it does. It's just somewhat, but still. You got me though, Doc. You got me though, because I don't know about with the humans, but I know for me personally, whenever I get a tick, it's not a good thing. And so, I don't like to be made to tick. So I didn't know if that was a human thing. Did they do that? I didn't know they did that kind of thing. I didn't know that was a thing that they did.
Well, I think that's a different tick. Yeah, I think that's a different tick that we're talking about.
Oh, okay,
I used
okay.
very tortuous words, and I apologize.
Oh, that's okay. That's okay. Because what you said before, I got to agree with 100%, 100, 110, 120%. I really got it. Because, the other night, like, wow, it was like, wow, lots of noise, no idea what was going on. And needless to say, a lot of the smaller barnyard animals were not in a good mood. The dog was going bananas. Pardon me, Monsignor. And then the chickens and the ducks, they were just they're scurrying all over the place. The geese and the ducks, they scurried, and it was just not a pleasant experience. And so I don't know what was going on with that. Anyway, but yeah. Something was happening.
We have the same was here, Donnie. There's the fireworks and these people are up late at night, so I can't do what I normally do at night because all these people were there. And the big guy at my house, he has these drinks, like Monty has drinks in his hand, and at the end of this, all fireworks is going off, and he's like, "Oh, thank goodness, this is over. Finally, and then he said a bunch of words that I don't know. I have not heard before." But he said this last year was really this and that and something not so good. And then he's hoping this next year is better. So, maybe it's better. I don't know. Maybe.
It must be. It will. Yes.
Well, hey, what
maybe all the people will leave the house.
What happened, Sparky?
Maybe the people will leave your house.
Oh, I hope so. Maybe they're going somewhere for these New Year's. Maybe. And this time, maybe they leave some of the little ones behind so they don't come back and pulls my tail. I would like that better. That'd be good. How about you, Sparky? Did you see fireworks and loud noises last? Well, it wasn't last night, was it? I can't even
No,
know.
it was the night
Couple-
before, but there
couple
was
nights, couple
still some
nights.
last night too.
Oh yes.
Yeah, but I like them. I was out flying in them. They were cool.
Oh, they don't
Boom,
hit you,
boom,
right?
boom. Oh, fire
Are
doesn't
you-
bother me.
Are you higher than they, or you're right there where they is?
Oh, sometimes I dove down through them. That was fun.
Oh, that would be
Oh, yeah.
fun.
Me as well. Me as well. Yes.
People just thought it was part of the show.
Mhm.
Dr. Cotswallop, you were out in the.
Oh, yes. Yes, I've done many things. 2020 was my best year.
Oh goodness.
Thanks to
gracious.
Sparky. Thanks to Sparky. I'd say it's changed everything for me. And of course, I was out. I've been out celebrating a lot lately.
Well, would you care to share with us, Dr. Cotswallop?
Right. Well, you see, I was going to prove to you after the last time none of you believe me about the Santa Claus. Actually, he prefers to be called Mr. Claus, CEO of Santa and Christmas Incorporated. He is a bird, a red bird, long claws, and he has a flock of cockatoos. And I went and found him, and well, we went to wonderful places. Went to Belize, Russia, a country I can't pronounce. Djibouti.
You are
We
making
went to
all of this up.
Djibouti. Oh, no, I'm not. We went all over the world. And then we went back to the North Pole, which is not actually a pole. It is
How
a
can
tree.
you prove this?
It is
Prove
a
this.
tree where the red bird lives. And all the cockatoos live in a tree and the north. And they call it the North Pole because it's quite long. And
Do you
then I
have
stayed there.
pictures? Dr. Woolley, I don't believe you.
Cockatoos don't take pictures.
Why
How
not?
would we do that?
Of course you can.
No, and
You use a computer, you
I
can do
don't
anything.
have a cell phone, but what I did was I flew back. And of course, Ernie, when I left, he got very, very, very upset. And he tried to break out of the zoo to find me. And he was running around the streets and he was trying to tell people, where's Wally? But of course, what they see is they see a crazy big creature rearing up. He's trying to explain with his paws. And he was waving his trunk about. And
doesn't
they
have
locked
paws.
him in isolation.
Oh,
Cotswallop, you seem
Yes,
quite
Dr.
happy
Woolley.
about this.
I'm sorry, it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I just went out, and then, of course, on New Year's Eve, I see I'm not part of the zoo, really. They don't even know that I'm really officially here because
Dr.
I'm just a
Cotswallop.
bird. What?
Dr. Cotswallop, what is it about this that gives you such joy?
Yes.
About 2020?
No,
All right.
that's a good
About-
question.
about Ernie, he went up to,
Oh, just that
he
I
was
think
worried
it's-
about you.
well, he was, but I was safe with the Claus, Mr. Claus, CEO of Santa. And I enjoyed that. And then Ernie, when I came back and heard what he did, I had to chuckle just a bit, just a bit. I mean, I love Ernie. I do. I love him deeply for
He doesn't really
a
look-
mammal, for an elephant. Yes, I love him deeply. But, of course, he couldn't fly about on New Year's Eve either. And it's wonderful to be in the Bay Area because they're lovely. And he couldn't see any of it because he was locked.
Well, let's
I'm
move
sorry.
on.
I have a
Let's
strange
move on
sense of
because
humor.
I think that we've reached the fruitfulness of this conversation. Monty, you look different today.
What happened?
It looks like you've cut your fur.
I
Right.
didn't cut it at all,
Oh,
but it was cut for me, and I miss it. I'm kind of cold, but
But you're
It's-
undisclosed. You're
it's
undisclosed.
iguanas, and I don't mean any disrespect to the dragon, because iguanas are not dragons.
No.
But unfortunately, a cat got in and convinced the iguanas that I was bad, and they cut me down on
Because
the chair and they shut up. You're the problem. And they
it was not
me. They shaved my head.
Oh,
And
my.
That's pretty humorous, actually.
The cats and the iguanas got on my food, and now I'm really, really hungry.
Oh, it's very humorous, actually, Monsignor. I find it
Doctor,
very
he
humorous.
needs some anger management. He is
You
very mad
need
all
some
the
anger
time.
management.
Uh,
You got problems.
No.
You think you're a god.
Shush.
Me? Oh, I'm related to gods,
Cockatoo.
yes, but I'm not saying this.
No, not you. I'm talking about the Monsignor. He thinks
Oh.
he's some kind of
I-
monkey god.
Yes, let's.
I just found a temple and I put on some garments and I said, I'm a priest. And anyway, the
It sounds like you got caught
iguanas and the
lying.
cats ruined all that. It's you, kitty.
Because cats
Cat
know
told
the truth.
Diablo.
Cats and iguanas don't have any relationship.
They love each other.
Silly
I've seen it.
monkey.
It's nasty.
That's not true. You
I've
making
never
stuff
seen 'em.
up.
Right, Simone, have you ever seen an iguana and a
No,
cat just
I don't see
chilling
no
together?
iguanas.
You
No.
have not been to South America. It happens all the time.
No, it doesn't. I went there with Santa Claus.
Oh, good grief with this.
You
Oh,
live in
my.
a fantasy world, buddy.
I've been everywhere, man.
Reginald, you
I'm
look
terribly-
like you have something to say.
I'm terribly sorry to sort of intrude into this rather energetic melee that's going on here. This verbal battering that we've been having. But
That's the monkey.
I must say, in the first place, Monseigneur, because of locations, where you are located and where Simone is located, I find it very difficult to believe that she had anything specifically to do with your
Thank you,
situation.
Reginald. You are good,
No.
giraffe.
They
Well,
have
I'm simply pointing out the truth of geography.
they
Thank
have
you. Thank you.
cats have a telegraphic somehow it's like Zoom. They can communicate
No.
with each
No.
other. and we're-
Pseudoscience. Reginald and I are doctors. We know.
Well, I would argue that point yet again, Dr. Codswallow, because I do
Wally.
not possess the honorific of doctor.
Yes, you do. You wear glasses and you speak English with an accent. So I'm sorry. I
Wally.
accept your doctorate.
Well, let's
Well-
perhaps move on. I think we've again exhausted this.
I'm exhausted too, doctor. It's craziness in here. No wonder we need group therapy. It's a lot of cuckoos here.
Now, Simone did try to take my feathers one time, but it wasn't in an attempt to shave my head.
Because you were being mean to Ernie.
I'm never
going
mean.
to do now? What we're
Yes, doctor.
Oh,
we're
no,
going to
she's-
start looking
Oh,
for.
there she is.
We are going to start thinking about the future and thinking about this next year. And one of the things that can be helpful for is if we've had bad experiences or hurtful experiences. Monty, you just went through a really traumatic experience. Dr. Codswallop, you have been through your own traumatic experience. We've
But it's
all
getting better. It's better now. Thank you, Sparky. My life is wonderful.
And so what we are going to do is we are going to choose one word.
Only one.
We're going to just choose one word.
They have so many.
About what we'd like for this coming year.
Mm.
So this word should reflect what we hope to embody over this coming year, or perhaps goals that we would like to achieve over this coming year. Where would we like to be at the end of 2021?
Oh, it's Santa Claus
One
again
word.
up in the pole. Yes, that's where I'll be.
I will start just to give a little bit of a context. My word for this next year is community. I really want to be in community, and partly because I love community, partly because there's a lot of really good food in community. Communities have a lot of good food. And so I want as much community as possible. My hope for the end of this year is community.
Exactly what does that mean? I mean, exactly what does it mean?
I believe
Well,
that I told you.
Well,
we have had previous.
Reginald, why don't you go next?
Jolly good, jolly good. Thank you, Doctor, because this is a marvelous exercise. And just in your particular selection of vocabulary word of community has given me the impetus to choose uplift as my one word for the incoming year. For similar reasons, because a community should do that sort of thing, should be uplifting one another. And I must say, for myself, it does have sort of a dual purpose because, as everyone is well aware, my main reason for being here in this particular session, is the fact that I do have a bit of difficulty in the area of height, and so uplift could also be interpreted as impetus to overcome my particular, as it were.
So you want to fly? Everyone should fly this year. That's what you're suggesting, to be uplifted with wings.
No. That will be taking it to an extreme.
You're kind of heavy.
I think that's
I
lovely.
could probably figure out a way.
Sparky could lift you up.
We have to get through all of us, so let's all.
But I can't lift you
Reginald,
up.
why
You're
don't
very
you
big.
choose the next? Why don't you choose the next participant to go?
Oh yes. By all means, I would like to hear what Sparky would have to say for a one-word sort of mantra, as some say, for the upcoming 12-month time period.
Oh, that's such a short amount of time.
Well, that's because, how old do you live, Sparky? Do you going to be 200, 300, 400 years old?
Oh, I don't know. My mom's 1,000.
Oh, wow.
Only
So
1,000.
yes.
I thought she was 3,000.
Oh, no, that's Dad.
Oh, right.
You could think about what you would like to choose over the next 100 years.
Oh, this is
I
like
want to get
sisters.
really good at flying.
Oh.
Yes. Yes, I support that, yes.
And I want to go. I want to meet more other dragons. I like meeting all of you. I wish that I could go and get to know other creatures more.
So maybe
think it's scared of me.
exploring
I
would
want to
be good.
explore.
I could talk to Mr. Claus possibly next year. You could
Oh, dear,
lead
with this
the
stupid
sleigh, possibly.
thing.
Or perhaps growth.
Yeah, she's
Don't
big.
give
She's
her
huge.
words. She's much more
Oh, I'm
than
going
you
to
think.
get bigger than this.
She's huge already. Why would you say growth?
Why are you just so small, Wally?
Yeah,
No, I'm
would you do
small, I
us a
can't be
favor
bigger.
and accidentally, crisp him up sometime? That would be good.
Oh,
That's an
well,
insult because Simone is small, I'm small, and, the fox is small, the monkey is
So,
extremely
Sparky,
small.
Let's continue.
It's a small
Let's
monkey.
Who would you like, Sparky, to go next?
Well, I would ask for Ernie, but he's not there.
Oh, he's yelling. He's yelling.
He's
He
yelling.
says he wants the word to be love. Ha! Love is what he says.
Yes, and
wonderful.
since you can talk, Dr.
That's
Woolley,
a
you
good
should
word.
tell them elephant is okay and they can let him out.
Well, they don't really listen to me. I mean, they don't
They do
believe
when
that
they
I
lock
have.
him up. You
No
are
don't
lying
surprise
believe I
there.
have-
No
It's
surprise there.
They think I'm just chattering away and I'm not really saying things. And they say, oh, what do you want to
Oh.
cracker? And things like that. It's
So they know
ridiculous.
you. They know you well then. Is that what you're saying? They know you really well. Is that what you're telling us here? They know
No.
exactly what you do?
Donnie, that's good.
No, not at all. Not at all. They don't know me.
So let's
Yeah.
get back on track.
Maybe Donnie could have a turn next.
Donnie, I think that's lovely. Donnie.
Okay. Okay. Let me see. Now, one word, right? That's what it was. One word. Okay. For one word for the year, gosh, I don't know. It's really hard. It's really hard to do that kind of thing because, with all that we've been going through, and especially, here on the farm, the farmer has really been upset. Because, a large part of his business is the people coming to the farm, and that just hasn't been happening. That hasn't been happening recently. It just hasn't. So maybe a good word for this year would be health. Health would be a word that I would like to see for this next year, because, if everybody gets healthy again, then things can happen. Things can get back to the way they were, the way they used to be, and that'll bring about some good stuff. I'm sure. I'm sure.
Well,
I'm sure.
cockatoos don't die. Cockatoos do not die. So I believe we have perfect health.
Oh, let's hope that's not true.
No, it is. We live eternally, just like a dragon.
So anyway, Donnie, it sounds like your word is not just for you, but also for those people that surround you, and for the farm, and for the farmer, and for the creatures that you care about.
Yeah. Well, yeah. I guess you could say that. You could say that because it is. It is. It really is. It really is. Because I have to say, Doc, this may come as a surprise to some, but you got to say it. You got to say it out loud, as it were. But the last however many weeks has been doing this, and of course, with Dr. Wally, it feels like twice as long. But still,
yes, because I've added so much, right? I've added so much.
You have added. Trust me, you have added stuff that I would not. That I see here in the barnyard all the time, and you've added a lot. Trust me. Trust me.
Yeah, don't step in that stuff, Donnie. Don't step in that stuff.
No.
What knowledge? No, don't step in the knowledge. You're not able to.
As I was going to say,
you could choose the next participant to go.
Well, he did.
Oh yeah.
Donnie,
Okay.
Donnie, was it hard to pick one word? You have so many.
I would go to Simone. Let's hear what Simone's got to say. What's her word?
I know exactly what I pick, and that's rest. Resting, restful, rest. I want more sleep. All these people here, they're keeping me from sleeping my 18 hours, what I like. And so it's like more like 14 only. And my fur is getting all funny, and there's so noisy here. So I would like a more restful year.
It sounds like it was very difficult.
Oh, there's lots of stuffs. And it's not very quiet here anymore, all these peoples. And then so I come on here, and then it's not quiet here either with this monkey and this Dr. Wally. And, I like some of these guys are good.
Continue to come.
I like them, but
Hand to the monkey.
I don't know what's wrong with him.
So, Simone, I think that's a lovely word to have.
Thank you.
Why don't you choose the next participant?
Well, believe it or not, since my only choices are the monkey and Dr. Wally, I would rather hear from Dr. Wally.
Really? Really? Thank you. The monkey is a bit unhinged today, I would say.
I would say so all the time.
So, of course, my word of the year would be obsequious.
You don't know what that means. Is that English?
You don't know.
I don't know, because I speak 4 languages, and that one is not one of them.
I know what I mean when I say obsequious. What do you mean when you say obsequious?
Well, if you don't know, I can't really teach you, can I? I'm just a doctor.
She thinks she knows what it really means.
Yes, so you tell them, Reginald. You tell them.
Well, I've always been of the mindset that a vocabulary word only has power if the person using it fully understands what the meaning behind it. And so,
of course, I agree.
If you agree, oh good. I'm so glad you agree with me, Dr. Wally, because I would throw the ball back into your court, as they say, and ask you to elaborate for the rest of us as to what you mean by the word obsequious.
And by elaborate, he means explain yourself, okay? don't know what this
Very
means.
good, Simone. Simone, I'm so happy to see your vocabulary is growing. That's wonderful.
Well, yes,
Wonderful.
I speak 4 languages,
Dr.
but I guess I
Codswallop,
speak more better
Dr.
English here.
Codswallop, you've given an opportunity to continue to participate. You can choose to do that, or we will then go on to Monty.
All right. Maybe obsequious. I don't know. I'm having second thoughts. I think the word should be amorphic.
Oh, good
Monty, what about you? What kind of word would you like to choose for this coming year?
Joy. It's not been a good week, month, a year for me, but I want to choose joy. Is that okay?
I think that's lovely.
It's up to you all.
That means you'll
Animals.
be nicer to people and cats.
I
It-
will be kind to cats, but I won't be joyous about them. But I'll be good.
Okay, then we can
Sparky,
be
you were
good
going to
and
say
joyful.
something. What were you going to contribute?
I was going to say that I think Bruce wants to say his word.
I think it does. Yes, go ahead, Bruce.
Bruce,
Bruce.
I am so sorry.
I,
Would you like
I-
to participate? What would you like to choose for this?
I know I'm not really a part of the group, but I
You
get
are.
I get to,
Yes, you are.
Oh, thank you. The word that came to my head was because I'm a zonkey. It's because I'm a part zebra and I'm part donkey. There's not a lot of us around, and you creatures have really helped me understand that even though the word that seemed to be very popular in the last several what are they called months in this period of time was difference, and everybody was really excited about the differences. And I didn't think I wanted that, because what you creatures have showed me is our similarities, but that's a really hard word. So a friend of mine helped me use the word alike, and because that I like you is one thing, and that it also means, to Reginald's point of understanding the word, it means that we have, again, similarities, that we are more alike than we are different, in spite of our stripes or our noses or our manes or our hooves or wings, or if we can breathe fire or not.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah.
the word that I'm going to choose for this next time period is going to be alike. Thank you.
I've
Good.
been working on it.
That's good.
Yes.
That's good. That's good. Oh, Doc, I gotta say though, Doc. Speaking of Bruce, I just glanced at the clock there, and
Yes.
we're getting down to the wire, as they say.
How much
So
time do you
yeah.
Oh, thanks. I should put my glasses on. Dr. McFoxy, the next group is about to happen.
Why?
What word would we want to consider moving into this next week? Dr. McFoxy.
Well, I like these questions she asked us, like finding out more about us. So how about getting to know you more a little bit?
I was going to say that. I was going to say that as well, Simone. A couple of weeks back, whenever that was, we were doing those questions, the fur, feathers, scales kind of questions. Those, I guess that's what you're talking about, right? Those kind of questions there.
these. Yeah, why don't
If we have,
why
if
don't-
Doc, if you got more of those, let's try it.
What
Let's try it.
if each one of us comes up with a question
Yeah.
for this group?
It's a very chaotic, but
I have a new word. Bird.
Oh dear.
Bird is the word. The word is bird. Bird is the word.
You stay on topic, Dr. Woolley. How about that
That's the
for a
topic.
word?
Bird is the word.
It's a song.
And so
It sounded like a
Just
song.
to kind of recap, Monty, we started out this session with you being very upset
Angry.
and
Mhm.
very traumatized, and I just I
I'm
just want
sorry
to
they
say
were mean to you,
we
Monty.
love you,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
And I want to say that you are welcome here. And I hope that this week goes better for you.
You need to leave your little flute
Thank
thingy at
you,
home.
Hush, Kitty. Thank you, Doctor. Hush, Kitty.
Kitty, don't tell me hush.
I would say just continue taking deep breaths. Whenever Simone or other
Not me.
cats, just
It's he.
take a deep breath and let it all out.
Simone, it's that's
Monsignor,
healthy.
learn from me. Learn from me. Be kind. Be kind to all creatures like I do.
Yeah, learn from him. Learn from him. Look at what he does and do the exact opposite. That's how you
This
learn
is
from
good.
him. That's
That's
good.
exactly
I like
I
that.
am the
Right,
best at
Johnny.
being friends.
Poor McFoxy, she's gone crazy because we are going crazy.
I can help you, Dr. McFoxy. I know things.
How much time do we have, Bruce?
I'm sorry. We gotta close out. We got the next. We need to.
Oh,
spin.
thank goodness.
I'll teach you to fly, Dr. McFoxy. Would that help?
No,
That's right.
no, really good.
Foxes
No, that
don't
would
have
be-
wings. Silly.
That would be scary for foxes.
They
You
can
can
give
only
us some
fly
in
with
Florida.
Sparky.
Yeah.
You can get wings in Florida, I know.
The clock is telling me we gotta stop.
Okay, bye-bye,
Yeah.
Bruce. See you
We'll see you
guys
Well, let's do it then.
later.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Come on,
Please say
Bruce.
hello to
Come on,
her.
Bruce. Let's do it.
Okay.
I must
and-
fly. I
and-
must fly
Oh,
away.
Simone, please